Welcome in the Slicing Game Toolkit tutorial. In this tutorial I will explain some basic concepts used in this package, and I will show you how to use it with your projects. So first let's see these basic concepts. So we have three main objects, which are actors, goals and collectibles, and you probably know this from other games. So collectibles are objects that can be collected by the player, and you can give points or stars or something else for collecting them. Actors are players or objects that are moving in the game, and goals are objects that are that must be reached by actors or somehow reached or destroyed or something else. So these are these three basic concepts, and let's see some example scenes I've prepared for you so we can understand this concept a little better. In the example scenes folder you have 5 games which are based on the popular games known from mobile or PC devices. So for example we have something like Cut the Rope, Fruit Ninja, Cut It, Drop It, or Crush the Egg. These games are implemented. We have several game mechanics explained in this demo scenes, so I recommend you to go through all of them or go to specific ones which you are interested in and see how they are done, so you can recreate them in your game or in your game concept. So I will go to the first one. I will turn it off, this tutorial. So we have a game which in this game you must collect these stars by colliding with parts of these objects. So let's play it. So we can slice an object, or we can do this like that, and as you can see, game was won. We have some stars indicators and some cut indicators here, so you can use them in your games. I will explain them later, so for now let's see our actors and goals and collectibles. So for this game we have some objects. So for example we have 3 stars, and these objects are here. As you can see, this star goal has a goal script attached. Also you can see that goal script has several actions or Unity events, so you can use them in your games. So we have on goal destroyed, so this event will be sent when this object is destroyed. Goal reached, so when this object is will collide with an actor, this event will be sent. And as you can see, the reference of this goal script and actor which collided with this goal are sent with this event also. And we have on collided with collectibles, so our goal also can collide with collectibles. If you require something like that, you can do this. So these are star goals, and also we have these objects which are square and circle. So let's see at the circle, and as you can see we have some other scripts attached, but the most important is actor script, which also has several Unity events, but they are not assigned, as you can see. We have also fell off screen event, and this script is used to detect when object leaves the screen. So fell off the screen is activated when object will be dropped below from our screen, and in that case we can see that we are using destroy event, which is another script attached to this object. And destroy event script has several functions which allow you to destroy objects in many ways. So for example, destroy object will destroy this object and nothing happen besides that. But we have also other functions which can do other things, like we can destroy parent object of our object, or we can destroy object and send event. As you can see, this destroy event has Unity action also, so invoking this function destroy object will destroy our object and also send an event. So this can be used for example, if you want to play a sound when object is destroyed, or display a special effect. So this can be done when object is destroyed. Other functions you can see here can be checked in the documentation. They require some additional parameters, so they can be invoked, for example here. So we have sliceable object 2D, and sometimes it is for example needed to destroy parts of the objects. So as you can see, when I use this destroy script for this Unity event, new dynamic functions appeared here, and we can perform these actions. So we can destroy sliceable 2D components. So after slicing some object, maybe you want to remove possibility of cutting object further. So object will be cut only once, and a player will not be able to cut it twice. So destroying this sliceable 2D component will do this job. So we have two versions, also with sending an event, and also we can destroy these sliceable parts. In this game also you can see there are many more objects, and the two most important ones are UI and gameplay controller. UI is a simple set of UI controllers you can use in your game. Of course, you can write your own or use only part of this, but I prepared something that can be quickly used in your games or prototypes. So this UI prefab contains several indicators or UI elements that can be used in the game. So here we have two of them activated, which is star indicator and cut indicator. These two controllers are responsible for showing the player how many stars were collected and how many slices player has left before game will be over. So I will explain UI a little further in this video. For now, let's look at another object, which is UI and gameplay controller. And this is one of the most important objects in entire game, because it controls the flow of the game or the rules of the game, let's say like that. So this game object connects all these concepts, so actors, goals and collectibles, with the UI, and also checks win or lose conditions for these objects. So if you want to create any type of gameplay, it is probably the best way to use this object and hook up your rules so they will work for your game. Let's see what we have here. So this object inspector has several parts. As you can see, they are divided by these vertical lines, and the first part is debug part, and you can turn on showing debug values, which are built in this UI and gameplay controller, and also you can show debug logs. I've implemented several debug messages in this controller and other objects, so when this checkbox is checked, you can see what the game is doing or what events are sent and so on. The second part of this is one of most important parts in entire UI and gameplay controller object, because this part controls the flow of the game or the rules of the game. I will talk about it a little later. And the next part is connection with UI. So these are references to the UI elements which are in this prefab. So UI and gameplay controller must know what objects should be used to display information. Next part are various games events. So there are standard, I think, Unity events which will be called when the game starts, ends, when the actor is added, sliced, when spawners finish. I will talk about spawners a little bit later. When all collectibles are collected, when actors hit go, we have some negative indicators. So when score will go below 0, or number of goals will be negative, or number of collectibles will be negative, so these events will be called in that case. We have also two events which are called right before or right after game is won or lost. So you can use them to display some effects or play sounds. And the last part of this are actual events which are called when the game is won or lost. In this case, these events are invoking UI controller, showing dialog window with game won or game lost. So we can show game over screen or game won. So these two events can be used to show some indicators, particles or something else that the game was won or lost, and these events can be used to actually finish the game. You can see we have delay timer, so we can delay the time when the dialog window will show. So for example, when the game is still running, something is happening on the screen, we can tell it to show this dialog window, for example, 1 second after the game was won. So when this controller decides that the game is won, we can wait 1 second and show this dialog window then. Let's go back to this most important part of this game controller, and we have tracking player slices, which is set to discrete. Also we can use it use continuous or none. Let's leave this discrete. This determines how the game is played. So for example, in this game cutting is discrete, so to be able to cut something you must click and drag your mouse to create cutting line, and these are discrete cuts. So when I cut something, one cut is made, but there are games which you will see in the next example. Let's see. We have the second game, and in this game, when we see our UI and gameplay controller, you can see that tracking player slices is continuous. So how the game looks now is that slicing is done by continuously dragging your mouse. So we can slice something like that. Also, you can see that we have slice usage speed. So this is the speed. This progress bar is depleted when you are making slices. So as you can see, as I slice this object, this progress bar is depleted. So you can set the speed of using this resource to be faster or slower depending on your game. For this previous game, when we had discrete slicing, there is no progress bar, so we have slice max amount. So you can type how many slices player will have before game over screen will show. So for now we can see that we have 5 slices. Next parameter, which is count slices outside objects. This is required to consider if you will be counting slices that are outside of the objects. So for example, when I cut in the air, so nothing is cut with this line, our slices are not used. But if I take this object and I slice it, one slice is taken. So when you check this checkbox, you can slice in the air and slices are used that way. Let's see this second example. And in this example we are using continuous slicing, so this slice max amount is grayed out and not used. And also you can check this checkbox, so slicing in the air will also deplete this progress bar. So let's see this now. As you can see, when I'm slicing in the air, also this slice indicator is depleted. So you can choose, depending on your game, what approach will be used. Okay, so let's see this other options. Basically, you must know that this game controller is looking into actors and goals. These are important objects, and when you turn on this debug values, you can see when we play the game how many actors are currently on the screen, how many actors reached goal, and how many actors are alive. What do we mean by that? So let's see at our objects. So we have these circles. They can be circles, eggs, or some objects that player must crush. So for example, this circle crush, it has actor script. So this circle is considered by the game that this is an actor. Also, there are other scripts which I will explain maybe later, but assigning this script to any object will automatically make this object an actor. There are no goals in this game, so actor can't reach the goal by touching it. In this game we must crush these circles, so this is the goal of this game. So we don't want to reach certain object or hit certain object. We want to destroy these circles. So how this is done? We have crush circle script, which is detecting if this circle is hit by a stone or something else, and when this object is crushed by, for example, stone, we are destroying this object. You can see that we have action on crushed. So when this object is crushed, we are sending destroy event, destroy parent object, and send event. So because this circle crush has also splash effect attached, we are destroying only this parent object and we are leaving splash as is, so the effect will show to the player. And as you can see, for the splash we are invoking splash method, so the splash will show. If we can go to splash effect, you can see that we have splash controller, which is a simple script which will scale our splash sprite from starting scale to max scale with this speed, and it will be faded with this speed. We can set the color of the splash to this color. Also we can send events when splash is started or when it is ended. So the similar script is for explosion, as you can see later in this video how it is done. So let's see what you have here. So for circle crush, when we crush our circle, we are destroying parent, so we are destroying circle. Splash will be in place. We are invoking splash method for the splash, so the effect will be visible. And let's see for the destroy event, because we are invoking destroy parent and send event, so we are destroying this circle, but also we are sending an event, and this event is event from UI and gameplay controller actor hit goal. So even though we don't have any goals in the game, we are telling our game controller that the goal was reached, because the goal of this game is to crash the circle, so we reach our goal, not physically touching it, but we've done what we want to do. So this UI gameplay controller actor hit goal method is invoked. Also, as you can see, this circle crash has event on left the screen. This event will be sent when circle leaves the screen from anywhere, so it can go up, left, right, or down. There are three methods which can detect objects leaving the screen. As you can see in the scripts folder, you have events, and we have fell off screen event, fell or fly, and left the screen. So fell, this object is leaving screen below, fell or fly leaving below and above, and left the screen, it can leave anywhere in any direction, and this event will be called. Okay, so we've checked these two games. Third game is based on the concept of dropping the squares onto goal platforms. So as you can see, we have two goal platforms and two squares which must be dropped to them. When we play this, we can see that maybe not in this direction. As you can see, goal is filling up. You can create this level very easily. So if you want to create an object that can be mounted to the screen, you can use these pins I've created. So you can see these pins will pin an object to a screen, like it was a pin pinned to the wall. So for example, this is a paper rectangle. You are pinning it to the wall using this. So when we move this object, our square is no longer pinned to the screen. You can drag and drop this pin whenever you want, and object will be automatically snapped to it. So hinge joint will be created between this pin object and our square. For example, if you place two pins for object, it will be stacking in one place and cannot move. We can also cut this object, and parts which are connected to the pin will act like they were pinned to the wall. Let's see how this game is done. So for the goal platforms, they are goals, but they are special kind of goals. So for this game only, another script was created, which is called Goal Platform Controller, because this platform must detect when this object collides with it, and must fill up this progress bar. So that way another object or script was needed. So as you can see, when goal is reached, so when this progress bar fills, an event on goal reached is invoked, and we are sending the same message to our UI and gameplay controller that actor hit goal. So only then when this progress bar is filled, not when our square hit this platform, but it must stay on it for a certain amount of time. You can specify this time, so this is a filling speed of this progress bar, and after that our goal platform will notify our UI and gameplay controller that we have object in the goal. Let's see. Tracking player slicer is continuous because as you can see, we can slice continuously. Also, we are using this resource slice. We are counting slices outside objects, and we have requirement that all actors must hit goal to win. So this gameplay controller, whenever you invoke its method called actor hit goal or actor destroyed or check win conditions, this UI and gameplay controller checks the following thing. The first thing is to check if all actors must hit the goal. So if this is checked, any of these methods checks also this secondary objectives, which is if collectibles are required to win or if score is required to win. If neither of this is set to true, so only actors must hit goals, so game controller checks if all squares, so these are our actors, if all actors are in the goal. If so, the game is won. If not, game is playing. I've mentioned that we have also one method which is called let's see, our square actor. So we have our actor, and as you can see, this is actor script, and when this actor is destroyed, so for example when actor left the screen, we have file off screen event. So this event will be called when player mistakenly caused that actor left the screen. As you can see, game over is shown because this actor left the screen, fell off the screen. Destroy event was called and sent, and event was sent. This event I've changed later, so I will fix this. But as you can see, when actor is destroyed, so our actor fell off the screen, destroy was called, and negative number of goals were set to negative value, and conditions were checked. So these conditions, as I told you earlier, are that all actors must hit the goal. So when the actor is destroyed, it cannot reach the goal because it is destroyed. So this game controller is figuring out that this winning condition cannot be fulfilled, so game is over. Okay, let's see another game example. In this example we have the same game, but there are another type of pins which are yellow, and this pins moves along with the objects. So when you cut something, as you can see, they can move. These white pins cannot move, but this can. So you can create very complicated shapes or arms or whatever you like, and embed it in your game. Okay, let's see another game. So this game is similar to Cut the Rope game, with this addition that you can have multiple goals and multiple candies or circles. So in the original Cut the Rope game, there was only one candy and one creature, and you have to drop this candy to the creature. But in this implementation you can have multiple candies and multiple goals or creatures, and you can drop them. So this will work like you already know from Cut the Rope game. You can cut this object and hit the goals. I've collected only 2 stars, so this dialog window showed that I've collected only 2 of them. As you can see, this goals, so this triangles, has goal script attached. Star, they are collectibles, so they have collectible script attached. Collectible script has similar Unity events, so when actor hit collectible or when collectible is destroyed, these events will be called. And we have colored circle, which are candies, and they are actors, which also when they collide with the goal, they are destroyed, and the function actor hit goal is invoked for UI and gameplay controller. Also we have fell off screen, so the action is called, and this action is called lose event. So when the circle will drop out of the screen, we are losing the game immediately. With the delay, I told you that you can delay showing this game over screen for some time. So with this delay, there is also immediately, so you can show game over screen immediately when you choose not call lose event with the delay, but call lose event. So this will not wait 1 second but show this dialog window immediately. So this is how it is done. Let's see on another example, and we have a game which is similar to Fruit Ninja. In this example, when we hit play, objects will be spawned. You can slice them. Of course, no, there were only 5 objects spawned, because this is set in this flying object spawner. We have object to spawn 5, so the spawner will only spawn 5 objects. You have several parameters for these objects. So spawn direction 0 is to the top, so that way this spawner spawns objects upwards, so you can rotate it and see where this object will be spawning your fruits or other objects. We have angle deviation, so we can set wide spread angle or narrow one. You can set this to whatever value you want. Also, we can set how many objects will be at the start, so this is how many objects are released into air simultaneously. So for example, at the start it will be 1, and it will increase per stage. We can see that stage is 1, and after each spawn the stage will be incremented. So as you can see, one object is sent into air, and that stage is increasing. And multiple other parameters that you can specify: launch force, minimal spawning time, and so on. Also, when this object finish spawning, it is sending an event, and we are using this to check. So UI and gameplay controller is checking if any spawning are if we spawned all objects, or if there are any that left to be spawned. Also, you can set what is probability for a bomb to show. So for example, it will be, if it is very big probability, so only bombs will be spawned that way. So we can see these bombs, and they will be game over when I cut one of these bombs. There are no actors present in the hierarchy because they are dynamically created by the spawner. That way we must use this spawner so it can use objects that were created earlier. So you must specify two prefabs, which is a flying object and bomb. And this is flying object. As you can see, this is an actor. Also we have bomb, and bomb is also an actor. So how this is done, because we are creating multiple actors, UI and gameplay controller will of course count them. So let's see. When bomb was created, each bomb is counted, but there are no actors in Go. That way it is game over. Let's change our bomb probability to like it was before, and we cut this object now. Let's see, we have 5 actors. One was in the goal, that was the cutted one, and alive actors, which are parts of this object, and this bomb and this new object. So we have 4 actors, 2 parts of this object, one this new object, and this bomb. So there are 4 alive actors, 1 in goal, this cutted one, and overall we have 5 objects. So this counter will be always incremented. It is never decreased. Actors in goal is incremented only when we invoke actor hit goal method, and alive actor, this counter will always count how many actors are active on the screen. So when actor is created, this value is incremented. When actor is destroyed, this value is decreased. So that way you can control what is going on the screen. Also we have score in this example game, and when you cut an actor, which is not a bomb, this score will be increased. So let's see at our flying object. we have it here, and you can see that actor has parameter score value. So you can assign values to your actors, and when you need it, this value can be added to overall score in the game. So we can see that when object is sliced, so this is a new event which is added to this actor, we are adding score to our overall value. Okay, let's see another example. We have in this example we have only one object spawner. We have example with two object spawners. Let's see this third example when we have three object spawners. They are created that way, as you can see in the scene. So one is from below, one is from bottom left, and one is from top right. They are spawning. You can set start spawn time, so you can delay each spawner so they will not release objects simultaneously, so the player will have the time to cut all these objects in proper time. As you can see, for the bomb is exploding when we cut it, and when we see on the bomb prefab, we have spark, which is this sparking part of the fuse of this bomb, and this spark has random scale script attached. This is a simple script which is changing scale and rotation of the sprite, so it will appear like fire, like fuse which is on fire. And we have bomb explosion, which are this is explosion controller, which is a similar script like a splash controller. I changed its name so it will be more accurate for this kind of event. Also, we have when explosion started and when explosion ended. We have Unity events. You can call or use them if you require this, for example, to play sound or something else. Okay, let's go back to the tutorial screen. We've talked about this basic concepts. Let's see what we have next. We have script categories. So every script is put into category in hierarchy. So you can in the project, so you can more or less know what is script used for. So we have events, so this destroy, fell off screen, and so on. Helpers, so these are various effects or helper scripts like pattern mover, which is used by the background which is moving in each game, or for example sprite switcher, which will able to switch sprites in the game. So the game I've showed you that we must collect stars. So when actor hit this goal star, its sprite is switched to something else, so we can see that it was collected. So this can be used that way. Also, we have game specific scripts, so they are written specifically to create a certain kind of gameplay. So for cut the rope, we have bubble script to create bubbles, or automatic rope scripts to create ropes automatically for the game, like cut it or drop it. We have pin controller or other, and these are main scripts, actors, collectibles, and goals. The last part is UI scripts. These are indicators that can be used in your games to show progress for the player, or show how much or how many slices was done. Let's see another category, UI scripts. So let's now focus on this UI scripts. So we can go to, for example, this first game. When you will be making your own games, it is best to place this UI prefab and hook it up to the UI and gameplay controller. How you can do this is to first choose what kind of slicing you will be doing. So if you are using discrete or continuous slicing, and then, because when we click this, certain rows are grayed out. So for discrete, it is logical to have cut indicators. So we have discrete cutting, so this will be logical. And for continuous, this discrete doesn't make sense, so it is grayed out. And we have slice indicator, which is that progress bar that you saw earlier. So how you can use this? So when you decide what kind of cutting your game will be using, you are just enable this this object which is interesting you, and drag and drop to proper slot. So star indicator only can be placed in this spot, and cut indicator only can be placed in this spot. So these are only places that can be used. How can you tell the game how many slices player will have? This is this slice max amount, which I'll talk earlier. So for this level we have only 3 slices. How many goals we have? We have this collectible max amount, which is telling the game that there are 8 goals in the level. If you set it to something smaller, like for example 1, and you have 8 goals, so it is enough to collect only 1 of the goal to win the game. So as you can see, only first star was collected and the game was won. So you should probably match number of goals in the level with this number for the game to work properly. Or if you want this behavior, so you can leave this as is. Another important part is showing a game over and a win screen. So we have these events which are called when the game is won or game over. So we must tell what would happen. So UI controller, we drag UI controller to this slot, and we are choosing what kind of dialog windows should be shown. So for example, we have show win game. So this is only information that the game was won, and if the game has score also this score will be shown. Or this is the second one. We have show in game on this dynamic, and dialog window with the stars will be shown to the player. Also we have show game over, so this will be game over screen shown to the player. So you must hook up this dialog windows, so they will show when the game will be won or lost. Okay, as you can see, also when we win this game, these particles are created. So these are two events I talked you earlier that are invoked when the game is won or lost. So we have a confetti particle prefab. So just drag it to the hierarchy and invoke it burst particles when the game is won. So it is only a thing required to burst these particles. Okay, let's go to our UI scripts. Okay, so I think that this is all. If you have questions or you want to some game to be implemented, there are 5 games, but we can make more. You can write me a review on the App Store, Asset Store, or make a comment on YouTube or send an email and describe what kind of game you would like to be made, and we can do this. Bye.